Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show, ladies and gentlemen. Don't touch that dial. We have a special show here today. Oh, all my shows are special, but this is so special. It has to do with safety. It has to do with, helping you out. This is our tax money in action, okay? So we have county employees that are looking out for us, and we have a safety department, okay? Tom Sullivan is the head of it, and he assigned two gentlemen here today to let you know what we have for you. When there's a bad storm, lightning, thunder, flood, heavy snow, and you don't know whether you're in your own home, you know who to call, you know what to do. But we have someone here that can help you. Let me tell you, education removes fear. So if you're educated, you know what to do or who to contact, you're going to feel safe. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a home visit. Now, I have doctors that don't come to your house to visit, but we come into your house to give you this information. And so this is a home visit. No charge, no profanity, no nudity, okay? Here we go. My two guests today. Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show.
Thank you for having us, Hank.
Welcome. And
Thanks,
I always
Hank.
like everybody to introduce themselves. In this corner, all right. Tell me who you are and what you do.
I'm John Corcoran. I'm the Deputy Director for the Public Safety Department for External Affairs.
External Affairs, okay. And your name?
I am
Title.
Tim Albertson, Community Outreach Coordinator for the Department of Public Safety.
Okay, so now, what we're going to talk about here today is how to be prepared and when there's fear. There's always fear when there's radio, TV, there's going to be a big storm, it's going to be 10 inches of snow. People, they don't know what to do. They panic a little bit. So here we have, a department that is there, specializes in helping. And you're going to be explaining some of the things to do to help yourself. So lay out something for us here.
All right. Well, what we want people to do is we want them to prepare ahead of time for emergencies. In particular, we want them to be prepared to take care of themselves for 3 days. If power gets knocked out, or if they have to
That's it.
stay
Power
in their
knocked,
house,
right.
or if they need to evacuate. Be ready to take care of yourself and your family members for up to 3 days. That way, the emergency responders, that gives them time to go and help the people who really can't help themselves.
Right.
And it helps us out a lot.
And the office you work out of is up in Eagleville, right?
Correct.
Right next to the prison?
Right.
Tell me something about that. It's underground, right?
A part of it is. It was originally all underground, and then an addition was built on it.
When I worked there, I was underground.
Yeah. Well, about 4 years ago, we finished an addition, and that portion is outside of the the hill. Yeah. So there's some sunlight coming in now.
Oh, good. And then, like I said, they used to meet with different chiefs of police in case of emergency. They had a big round table, and so, okay. Now, the county commissioners are the ones that oversee this. Okay, and they whatever they see good, boom. And the director of public safety, Tom Sullivan, assigned you two guys. Now, tell me, guys. Is it all right if I say guys?
Sure.
It's fine.
Two guys, okay.
That works.
All right, so what are you going to do? You're on the Cisco show here. Now, tell me, these are things that you should have in case of emergency, power shortage, whatever it may be, flood.
Right.
And we're having it, and don't, hey, don't laugh. We had an earthquake. Everything shook not too long ago. We used to read about, there's an earthquake out in Asia, there's one in China, there's one in Europe, We had one right here in Montgomery County. I was up at the Greco-Roman restaurant, all of a sudden I felt a little something, Oh my God, but that building's built pretty good, so nothing came down. But there it is. So we must be prepared, okay? So tell me, what are some of the things that we should have in case of emergency?
Well,
who wants to lay that out?
before we get there, though, we
Go ahead,
want,
tell
we
me
want
what
people to be informed.
Look, I don't know all the questions, so you
Okay.
hit it,
Yeah.
okay?
Yes. We want
We
people
only
to,
got a half hour.
we want people
Hit
to
it.
be informed. We want them to know what types of emergencies they might face. And most likely in this area, it's severe weather. Power outages, flooding, heavy snowstorms, and they're happening with increasing frequency now. We're getting more and more heavy storms.
Right, right.
A couple other things they might want to be prepared for, influenza or some other kind of illness
That's,
outbreak.
Dr. Domino with the health department.
Right. So they need to be able to, they might be asked to not go out in public, not to mix with people for a little while the illness is taken care of. And then in this area, we have the Limerick nuclear plant. So they need to be prepared for a radiation emergency or any other kind of toxic chemical emergency. So those are the things that they need to think about when they're preparing.
You're prepared, that's the whole thing, is being ready. Just like anything, like a fighter, football player, you have to prepare himself for battle, right? So this is almost like a battle, So, okay, now, tell me, I think phone numbers are very important, who to call, to remove fear.
Right.
So what do you...
Well, we want people to have a communications plan for them and their family, so that if an emergency happens, they know that everybody is going to call somebody who doesn't live in the area that's in their family. That way, they have a point of contact. That's one of the things that we like.
Wait, run that back again.
If there's an emergency, you want to have a communications plan. So everybody in your family knows what the cell phone numbers are for each other.
Okay.
But if the cell phones are out, you want to have them contact somebody who's not in the area where the emergency is taking place. So maybe somebody out of state. If you have an out-of-state relative, everybody's going to call a specific aunt or your grandmother or something like that and touch base so that everybody can call and find out what's going on with the other family members.
Okay. Now, we have here, what is Ready Notify PA?
That's another way of being informed. Ready Notify PA is a system, it's a text and email messaging system. And people should go to that website and register. Put their name in, their email address.
We have a website to that?
ReadyNotifyPA.org.
We're going to have that on the screen.
Okay.
I think John Doyle, our director, will put that on the screen. We want people to know where to go and what to do and what to say.
So they can sign up for that. ReadyNotifyPA.org.
You sign up for something like that?
Yeah, you go to that website and you enter your information. You put in your phone number, your cell phone number, not your house number, because it's text. Text messaging doesn't go to home phones.
Yeah.
Put in your cell phone number and your email address.
All right, let's go over that one more time. Okay. Now, give it again.
It's ReadyNotifyPA.org, O-R-G.
Okay.
So
and then you register.
You go in, put your name in, your email address, and your cell phone number.
What's that entitled to, or what help that give you?
Well, there's a list of things that you'll see that you can sign up to receive alerts for.
Oh, okay.
So you can get weather alerts, you can get traffic alerts, you can find out if something's happening in your school district.
That's another thing about schools,
Yep.
school closings and stuff like that,
or emergencies that if a building has to be closed down in the day. Your municipality, there's a list of things that you can sign up to receive emergency notices about.
Right.
And if there's an emergency, you'll get a message telling you what to do or what not to do.
No kidding. Oh my God.
And where to go, things like that.
Hey, you're listening? Okay.
Technology's great.
Now, right, technology. Now, all right, now you're the outreach guy.
I'm the outreach guy, and you said it earlier, education removes the fear.
Right.
And that's why we brought some of these props here today. We try to get people to be prepared. If the power goes out, it may take a couple of days for it to come back, so you need to be ready. The guideline is water.
Aqua. If you don't understand, aqua, water.
Did you know that the rule is a gallon of water per person per day? So if it's just you at home, you would need 3 gallons of water.
Per person per day.
Per day. If you're a family of 4, you're looking at 12 gallons of water you're going to need.
Okay.
So that's something to keep in mind. Bottled water, gallon water, you need some fresh water in case something like that happens. But you can find bags. We have some bags at the Public Safety Office.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me hold that. Let me see.
Sorry, John.
What is this? This is an emergency bag.
It's a bag that you can put
Is this
stuff in. It's
people
one of those,
entitled to this?
Yes.
Yep. We
Where
have
can
them.
they get these?
We have them in our lobby at the Public Safety Office in Eagleville.
And we're going to start sending them out to libraries pretty soon.
Library. Yeah. Where else could be where people can? How about firehouses?
Yeah.
I think that would be a good, because everybody has a firehouse,
These are brand new.
Yeah, we just got these a couple
just
days
got
ago.
it.
Hot stuff.
Hot
Come
stuff.
on here first thing.
So we bring these bags because some of these items you could put in this
It
bag.
even tells you here, right?
Exactly. That's the beauty of it. You can take it to the store and look for things. For instance, if you're looking for
So,
food,
okay, all right, now, this here,
baby food,
that's baby food. That's easy digestion and everything, right?
even for adults, would you think about it?
Sure, so would me. That way you don't get no agito. That's indigestion, okay, in Italian. Okay?
Right.
Now,
So
I'll
you-
put that in the bag.
Hank's going
All right,
shopping.
how about this?
Nutrition bars, cereal bars.
Okay, yeah.
What's great about them is that they're good on the shelf for a couple of weeks to months.
Good.
So
good.
you can keep them
And
in
you
your
don't
kit.
need refrigeration.
You don't need
Because
refrigeration.
your electric's out, right? In the
Exactly.
bag.
Things
Okay.
like
What else? What's
beef
this?
jerky or Spam, things
Jack?
with protein.
Who's he?
I don't know, but he makes a good beef jerky.
Jerky.
But it's good. It's got protein. Things
You know,
you'll need.
I was a policeman from Africa. I forget where, South Africa, and he had said he brought some of these over there. He said that's great stuff, you know. Okay, jerky, boom. In fact, there's a store on Friedley and Powell Street that sells these. Just jerk.
Perfect.
Okay, next.
Spam.
What do we got here? Are you watching?
Package, I am.
Yeah,
Paying
he's
close
overseeing
attention.
this thing. Hey, listen, this is great. I spent 24 years with Northtown Police. I played, I did a county detective, and I did about 3 years in public safety. And this is great. This is something our county we should be proud of. That our commissioners come up with this to initiate this stuff. I'm sure it's all over the state, but this is it. Okay, what's this?
Spam.
Spam.
Bam. Oh yeah. Oh my God. We did it when we were in the army.
Exactly.
Right.
Now,
Now
let's
what?
say you want a can of tuna fish.
Tuna fish.
That's great because that'll keep. But if you don't have electricity, you're not going to be able to get that open.
Oh,
So you
in
need
fact,
one of
yeah,
these.
that's it. You know, this is good, but I have an electric one, but I can't because sometimes I got a little, from boxing, I dislocated my thumb, so it's a little hard. But it still works, okay? All right, got that?
Something to
Can
think
opener,
about.
right?
Right.
And tuna fish, good, no problem. You don't have to make no pasta fazool or anything like
Right.
that. You do the pasta fazool when the lights come on.
So now
Electric.
let's say you're still without power, right?
What's
you're,
that?
you're still without power.
Oh, yeah.
You'll need a flashlight.
Okay, flashlight.
Always good.
Okay, right. Make sure you got enough batteries, okay?
Batteries, yep.
Oh, make sure it works. Check it periodically, okay?
Batteries, there you
and
go.
batteries. Have these batteries, okay? In the chaqueta, in the pocket.
A good thing to have
Oh,
are
we got some more.
radios.
We got to put in here baby food.
It's a good idea to be informed of what's going on if you don't have television. One of these little old radios, remember these little transistor
Ooh,
radios?
yeah.
You can have these, or you could have a weather radio that gives weather information as well.
Where do they usually buy them at?
Radio Shacks, any kind of stores, retailers have
Yeah,
them.
Walmart and different
Yeah.
places. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's great.
They're all around,
Are you
so-
watching?
I am.
Yeah. Okay.
Paying close attention.
You can put these in your bag.
We're doing all right, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Oh my God! Look at this. Now this is a little radio.
Little radio.
because-
Listen to
oh,
KYW.
That's great, you know, because you feel so, you know, well, what's going on? What's, you know, when's it going to stop snowing? Are they plowing the streets? You know, so that is, like I say, an informed nation. It's a peaceful nation and a healthy nation. Okay.
Always,
How's that?
always could use matches.
Oh yeah, matches.
Always a
Well,
good
they get
idea.
small ones too, but you know, I don't know if they still make these.
Oh, yeah. You can get
Big,
those in
yeah.
grocery stores. Yep.
All right.
yeah.
So matches, because you don't have anybody that strike, and you have that striker too. You know, that'd be another thing. You know, but sometimes that striker don't work, but these work.
A lot of
Just don't put them underwater.
Now, a lot of folks
else?
have cell phones today.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a lifesaver there.
Right. But if you don't charge it and you lose the power,
So what do?
a car charger. You can plug this into the lighter of your car
Oh.
and hook it up to the phone.
You hear what I said? Now your lights are out in the house. Your car battery, okay? Put the cigarette lighter.
And a good thing to know.
Nobody's smoking anymore, but it's a cigarette lighter. We'll call it let's give it another name. Lighter.
PowerPoint.
Huh?
PowerPort. A PowerPort.
PowerPort. Okay. Yeah. No
That
more
works.
cigarette
No.
lighter. Nobody smokes cigarette. That's no good.
What's interesting about cell phones is that sometimes cell phones,
Hold
it's
that up
hard,
so we
it's
can see
hard,
that.
it's hard to get a signal sometimes with a cell phone.
Uh-huh.
But now kids today probably know this. You can send a text message. It doesn't take as much juice off of the line, and the text message has a better chance of getting through to someone.
You're
So
a smart guy. You know that?
That's why they hired me.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
thanks.
That's how you got the job.
Apparently so.
And if you're signed up for Ready Notify PA, you'll be getting
Yeah.
messages from the Public Safety
You can
Department.
get the text messages
And you
to
get
the phone.
yeah.
And it takes less space out here.
Now, if
on the
people want to
grid.
get more information on this here, how do we do it? I like we're saying this here, but we want to get more information. A person, you have the website, right?
We have our on the county website
Okay, so this is
for the Public Safety Department.
Go
We
over
have a
that
lot
one
of
more time.
information.
If the cell phone not working, the text don't use as much juice.
After the Joplin tornado last year,
Yeah.
a lot of people couldn't get a call through because the cell phone towers were jammed. However, they were able to send a text message because the text message doesn't use as much data space as a cell phone. So eventually, all those text messages got through. So let's say we have an issue here and you have a relative in San Francisco and you want to let them know that you're okay, send them a text message and then they'll know.
And that's great. You know,
And if
can I just ask a question here? Being a former policeman, and I felt that a feeling when they hit the power with the towers, you know. Now the
Right.
police, they couldn't, the cell phones, everything went out,
Right.
knocked everything out because the tower.
Right, it was
Right.
on top of the building.
Tell me something. How did what?
Well,
I remember
with the-
I read the book on Rudy Giuliani. If you get an opportunity, read that book about administration or so. It's how all the things that happen there. You know, it's really every police officer, police chief should have that book because that was great. How you know this went out, that went out. They all went. Then the headquarters downstairs, and the place collapsed and killed a lot of police officers. You know, so this is something that
this worked.
when this power goes off.
Well, the text messaging still works because
Still work.
Even if you don't have a signal, you can enter a text message on your phone and press send, and it'll sit there until you get a connection. And you can only have a connection for just a few seconds, and it'll send that message out. And if the person who you're trying to reach doesn't have a connection at that time, that message will stay parked at the tower wherever it goes until it gets a connection and sends that message to the phone. So even if you don't have connectivity right then, you can still put the message in there and it'll be set up in a queue waiting to get sent or waiting to get received when people have the ability to do so.
Lots of stuff.
Look, you got me like this. I'm enjoying this. I mean, because hey, I'm no spring chicken, you know, and you know, when an emergency comes, I used to be able to do that, but you can't do it. I can't do the things I did before, you know. I don't shovel the sidewalk anymore. I used to shovel all my neighbors, you know. So now, warmth. We want to keep warm.
We have
What
a
do
lot
got
of
here?
problems in the wintertime. If you lose your heat, you're gonna. The really important thing is stay hydrated and eat. That helps your internal heat.
Run that by me again now.
If you lose your heat at home,
Yeah.
you want to make sure you drink plenty of water and eat. Maintain your metabolism.
Right.
That keeps your body warm. But there are certain things you can do for light. You know those light sticks? Have you seen these? You
Pepperoni?
snap them. I wish. You snap them and they light up. These little light sticks. You can use these for
wait.
light.
You want to open one up? I'll show
Yeah,
you.
we'll do
See
it.
how-
Yeah.
Let's do it.
See how what's it do? You break it, it lights up.
Yep. You just take it and you break it like that, and you see how it started glowing?
Oh, and then if the lights go out,
Yeah, it'll give you enough light to see where you're going, things like that.
That is great. And then, oh my God.
And then
Okay.
we've got these. Have you ever
In
done
the
anything?
basket. I mean,
in
in
the
the
bag.
bag.
In the bag. Have you ever done any hunting? There are these little hand warmer packs.
Oh, okay. Right.
A lot of hunters use them. They put them in their gloves.
You want to keep
or
your hands warm.
If they're
right.
out in the deer stands, you can find these for a couple of bucks at the store, and they're good for a couple of hours.
Let me see. Now these can be bought at any, I guess, Walmart and
Hunting
whatever.
stores,
Yeah.
any sporting
Yeah,
goods
any
place.
drugstore.
And
Hand
they're only a
warmers.
couple of bucks.
Right.
And they'll keep your hands warm because that's really important to avoid frostbite. Frostbite will get your hands, your toes, and your nose first.
Yeah.
So it's really important to make sure you keep your hands and feet warm. That's where these warmers come in pretty handy.
In the bag.
In
These
the
are all
bag.
the things that are going to be. You got to have this here at home, a whole bag. Have it there. There's nothing goes bad here. Okay.
And then just blankets. Have as many extra blankets as you can. And what's also good about blankets is you have a small blanket or maybe a bath towel. You can roll them up like this and stick them at the bottom of your front door, like a draft dodger.
Yeah, keep it,
to
yeah.
keep all the warm air in and the cold air out. So you want to make sure you have this in your bag.
That's the bag. Another in the bag, right?
And then you should be good to
Everything
go.
fit in the bag. My God, isn't it something? Hey, and here, ladies and gentlemen, right here, we have, so you won't forget, list all the things.
That's down
right?
the front.
And the water.
And don't forget
Okay.
your water.
And tell me, how many people work at the emergency center? You have now. What else you do down there? They have the 911 and all.
Right, there's a 911
Tell
call
me
center.
some of the what all is out there for public
There's
safety.
probably a good 100 people or so working in our 911 call center. Those are the people who take the phone calls that come in when people have an emergency, and they dispatch the police, the fire, and the ambulance. Last year, they had 770,000 calls came into the 911 center
No kidding.
in the year 2011.
I
And-
remember, Montgomery County was one of the first ones. I remember Bill Peter was at the public safety, and I was friendly with Frank Rizzo Jr., who was a commissioner, and they were getting something together in Philly. They were having a little problem, and they asked me to send it, and I asked Bill Peters to send, and they looked at our plan here in Montgomery County. I was working for the county at the time, but we were an outstanding unit as far as 911. We were one of the first ones, and
We're one of the top.
successful too, And now public safety. Now sometimes they're hiring up there. Sometimes they need some help. Sometime.
Yes, actually, we're hiring right now for 911 call takers and dispatchers. There are 6 openings, and then we're also hiring. We're adding additional dispatchers this year, so we have a total of 12 openings right now. 6 new spots,
Well,
and 6 that are
All right.
open.
Now you make an application. Dispatchers that dispatch fire, police, right?
Right.
And 911. Okay. You get good training. Okay. Different hours. They can fit into what you might have a part-time job someplace, but this is a great job, great opportunity to move forward.
And we have a website for anybody who's interested that they can go to. It's
All right, get this.
okay. It's www.mcdps. That's Montgomery County Department of Public Safety .org.
Okay, but in case they need any kind of information, there is a phone call.
Right. You can
That'd
also
make it a lot
call.
easier. Some people don't have computers and stuff like that, so
Right.
that would be what 610-631-3079.
Correct.
That would be, and then
They can leave a message and somebody will call them
message
back.
and somebody get back to you. I think, I'm so proud of Montgomery County, because not only I work there as a county detective, but in public safety, but we are so far advanced, and then I had an opportunity when I was a police officer to travel in different countries and see, or different cities and towns, that we don't. None of them have what we have here in Montgomery County. Really, even the jails. When I was a juvenile officer, when I was, I had to pick somebody up, they had old barns and all. We have a sophisticated juice center. We got courthouses. We got everything. Branches throughout the county.
Yep.
Right. That's another thing. Can you tell me something about that?
Well, we have.
In case you don't have to come to city, you don't have to come to the courthouse at Main and Swede.
Right. There's an annex in Willow Grove. The county has an annex, so you can do an awful lot of the business that you would do at the courthouse can be handled at that
Do we have
building.
up around Pottstown too?
We have offices that are rented in the Pottstown area.
Okay.
So, so a lot of the business that people need to do with the county can be conducted closer to their home. They don't necessarily have to come to Norristown.
And tell me what else. You have also a communication truck or something where
We
an
have.
emergency. Tell me something about that. What's the scoop on that?
We actually have 2. We have a new one that'll be coming into service soon, and that's for major incidents, or if there's an incident that's so big that it involves more than one municipality, or if they get overwhelmed. We can send this communications truck out to the scene, and it helps coordinate all of the activity of the emergency
Right,
responders.
could be working with the police departments, you know,
yeah.
because I know
It increases their ability to
police
talk to each
department,
other.
right, ask assistance for the county detectives and then the public safety.
Mm-hmm.
And you get calls for everything,
Yep.
you know, everything. You know, if it's a major crime scene or something, you know, you assist with what used to be Willow Grove first, whatever, alarmers, what they used to call that?
With the first alarmers?
Yeah, something like that.
First
I
alarmers
remember
is
when I was a policeman in Norristown, they had a diving unit. You know, if somebody drowned in Schuylkill River, we used to call them. They had to wait to come over there. Then they had the grappling hooks. Then they had the divers. You know.
Yeah, that's
But
one of our
do we do that?
Well, there are 20-some units, emergency medical services companies that cover the county. First Alarmers is one. They do that, and most of the rescue work, I think, is probably handled by the fire departments, though.
Yeah, they have that now. You know, they had the grappling hook. Oh my, that was used to have a rowboat. You know, we stand and grab. I don't even think about it. Which is tough, you know. But now they're more sophisticated, you know. But you know, how long you been with them here, county?
4 months.
4 months. That's
4
why you're
months.
sharp as a tack. You know, you see, he was really sharp. You know, you know, you knew Bob and Weave. You know, you're very talented. You know, and I've
thanks.
interviewed a lot of people, but you know, I asked one question, you hit me with about 50 answers.
That's a lot of information.
I know, but
has
you know,
to
it's
get out
really
there.
good.
Yeah.
You know, I really want to thank you and Tom Sullivan for sending you down here, and I'm sure our public really enjoyed what we did here today. So I want to thank you very much.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
having
And
us.
for,
Appreciate it.
Have the bag.
Oh yeah, I want to have a bag. I'm on over here. Okay. So and I got a little presentation. I didn't know there were going to be two. I got one out in the car for you. It's a little token of appreciation coming on my show. So I'm going to give it to you because you're
Appreciate
the head
it.
guy. How
Okay.
long you been with the county?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Okay. So we got hot and cold here, right?
Yeah.
Not cold. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Gasoline and matches.
warmed
up.
Okay. You know. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for allowing us to come into your home, and I hope that we were able to make you feel a little better, you know, and feel safe living in Montgomery County. So, and we're also not only the residents of Montgomery County, but our visitors too. So, ladies and gentlemen, until we meet again, may God bless each and every one, and have a safe and happy day. Thank you
Okay.
again.
Thank
okay?
you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And grazie. Alzalu. Come on, Rock. Let's go.